we're going to go over rubric generation in Colleague AI along with AI grading with the created rubrics that we have. So when you get into Colleague AI, when you get into the platform, this is going to be the landing page that you end up on. This is the brainstorm ideas page. So this is the main function, main chat function of Colleague AI where you can do just about anything within the platform here. But for rubric generation, we are going to go to the generate content tab. So this has 4 different things. So lesson plans, rubric creation, slide generation, and our template library. But for this video, we're going to focus on that rubric tab. So I'm going to move to the next tab just so you can avoid watching me type all of this in. So there's 2 different types of rubrics you can create within Colleague AI. You can create a general rubric for standards. So if you're teaching a unit within your class, you can go here and add in a bunch of learning standards and create a rubric for that section. Or you can go to specific rubric for an assessment, and that is a rubric for one specific or a group of specific assessments that you can create. So for this tab, we are going to focus on a general rubric for standards. So you put in your title, 3rd grade math word problem, you put in your type of rubric, you put in your subject, your grade level, and your state. You'll also pick your rating scales. So you can do Bloom's taxonomy, advancement levels, reaching standard, depth of knowledge, or if you have your own preferred scale, you can click there and then put in your custom rating scale there. But for this one, we're going to do depth of knowledge. The reason I skipped over learning standards is because as you put in the other information, the subject, the grade level, and the state, the standards that you can pick from get whittled down. So when you put in 3rd grade math, you're not going to get 9th grade science standards because the system wants to narrow it down to what is applicable to what you are doing at the moment. So we're only going to get 3rd grade math standards. I'm going to put in from this long list another one. I have 3 OAB5 and 3 OAA3. We're not going to generate this one, but we will generate the other rubric. So this is the other rubric you can do. So a specific rubric for an assessment, same title, same rating scale. The type of rubric obviously is different. In the other requirements, if it needs to be multilingual, if it needs to vary between students, or whatever other additional requirements you have for the rubric, you can put those in that other requirements box. It's essentially anything else the AI needs to know contextually that it doesn't already ask you in the scaffolding, you can put in that other requirements box. The big difference between the general rubric for standards and the specific rubrics for assessment is the way that you can upload information. Here you can either copy and paste the text from the assignment. If you have a summary of the assignment, you can put it in there. If you have the actual assignment you want to copy and paste, you can do that. Or you can upload a document. So that's what we are going to do. You can upload up to 6 images. I have an image already. So it's a 3rd grade word problem. I'm going to upload that. And then from there, everything looks good. You can draft a rubric. So this screen is going to take a little bit of time because there are multiple AIs that are chatting with each other to create this rubric. While you're on the screen, make sure to stay on the screen. But it's going to generate a rubric. You can see it right now. It's starting to generate that rubric for the depth of knowledge and for the assignment that we've uploaded. You're going to give it a little bit of time. Once you get to this screen, it is almost done. And there you go. And I'm going to close this tab really quickly. Here is our rubric for this specific assessment. Now you can go in, this is not a final draft if you don't want it to be. You can go in, you can highlight certain sections. You can do kind of basic commands, bold, italicize, underline, or you can do AI commands. So you can have the AI simplify, summarize, synthesize, expand, translate into a different language, fix spelling, anything that that the AI can do, you can just type in, hey, I need you to do this, and it can absolutely do it. From there, we are going to have the AI grade. Now I'll show you how to do the grading. I won't make you wait for the AI to do the grading. I already have it uploaded on this final tab. Open the AI chat. You would go AI grading. It'll be that first tab right there. Drag and drop the files. You would click on this and press open, and it would immediately do the grading. The reason I'm actually not going to do it is because I already had it do it. One other thing I want to show. So here is the score. Now, sometimes the reason that teachers, not sometimes, but the reason that we have this conversation where the teacher can override what the AI says is because the AI is great at looking at the assignment and grading the assignment based on what it sees, but there are certain contexts that you have as the teacher that the AI doesn't have. And so here, this is a third grader's math work. The AI is quite rigid in the grading on this specific assignment. So gave it a 3 out of 12 because it did it correctly and it was basic work, but the student didn't show their work. So as the teacher, I'm able to go down and say, the student showed their work and should get a higher score. Please update the score to a 10 out of 12. The AI will listen to you. It'll go back, it'll go, okay, I'm going to be a little bit more lenient in my grading. Overall score, 10 to 12, commendations, and then suggestions for further growth. The reason I'm showing this is because this AI tool is amazing at doing a lot of the mundane tasks. You can upload the assignment, it'll create a rubric for you, and it can do the grading. But we always encourage when teachers use colleague AI to add your own personal touch, right? To go over what the AI says. Obviously, it'll streamline a lot of that work, but we still want you to look at what it does to really just double check and make sure that everything looks good. So in this video, we went over rubric generation and AI grading, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.